This is a battle with swords, not some fistfight. As long as one of us is still breathing, then this fight's not over.
Hey everyone, this is Armored, and today I'm gonna make a small, rather a long video on the best possible hero combinations that you have available in the game. I will be covering all the types of heroes, whether infantry, rider, ranged, and I will give you different options as well in case if you have one hero and the other is not available from my recommendations. So these are just the options or the combinations that I think are the best currently, and yeah, so these are the options that you should be aiming for, or these are the possible options that I have seen the stronger whales using in the higher tiers. So obviously, a number of factors they play an important role. Whether you are using them in the field, you are using them with strong armaments, and what kind of equipment parts and vehicle upgrades that you have available. So a lot of factors are that come into play matter once you have the combinations, but I will give you the best options available and what are my reasons behind these options. So before I start, I want to say thank you to everyone for supporting me thus far. I have been making videos for about 1 year now, and in 1 year I have been able to generate a lot of content for this game, and I'm thankful for all those who have been supporting me. So I have a small request that if you are watching this video up to now, then I have made a small new channel for new gaming clips. And if I would like, I have never said this before, but I would like if some of you could hop over and subscribe to that channel. That would be really helpful to me. Right. Coming back to the video that I'm going to make, the task at hand. So first of all, I want to tell you all the heroes that are totally garbage tier, and you should not be wasting your shards on these heroes. Peter Krellin, Hank, Martin, Nakano, Jonathan, Lee, then you have Jaden, and obviously Johnny Carey. Since you have a lot of other strong heroes available in the game, these are some of the weakest heroes in the game, and the only way you should be upgrading these heroes is through the police station advanced search. I would not recommend even during early game, mid game, or any for that matter in any stage of the game to be using your universal shards and upgrading these heroes. Uh, Using universal shards on these heroes is a like a total waste. So I consider these heroes garbage tier, and universal shards or legendary shards should not be wasted on them. So starting off, I will take the option of rider heroes, and why I think that these heroes are the best combinations in the game. So first hero combination is Felix with Ilana. The logic behind this is, so Felix first skill, it increases your attack damage, and it also reduces your counter damage. And then his third skill, it again increases your basic attack damage. And his fourth skill, it provides you with rider squad and squad attack. And if we look into Ilana, so Ilana fourth skill, she increases your basic attack damage up to 30%. And if you have rage above 50%, then it further is increased by 53%. So this skill paired with the basic attack damage of Felix, it makes this combination really viable. And then you can see her defense is also getting increased, and she's really hard to swarm as well, because when she is flanked, she receives a couple of buffs which are extremely great. So this pair is right now the hottest pair in the game, the strongest rider hero pair in the game. But having said that, in case if you have Chasey, and if you have Chasey available as like transcended skill, so you can use Chasey with Felix in the field as well, because her new transcended skills, they provide her with a great source of uh, better stats with her transcended skills, which make her extremely strong in the battlefield. So once you have, if you do not have JC available as transcended, so it should be used for garrison only. So in that case, and she must be awakened as well, right? With a strong armament. So the second pair, rider pair, is Bella, and then I have to pair it up with my Shiranui. And the my Shiranui, she should be leading. The reason for this pair is that if I hop over to, right, so basically her third skill, it increases your rider squad attack. Her fourth skill again increases your rider squad attack. And if you have awakened it, then you have approximately 60% rider squad attack increase. And once she disengages from battle, she moves really fast. Now keep these 2 points in mind. With that, we come over to Bella. Now, Bella's second skill, out of battle, she increases your travel speed by a whopping 30%. And her third skill again increases her rider squad attack by 30%. So when Mai Shiranui and Bella are paired, so you have a 90% base stat increase just by the skills of these two heroes. And then when you are out of battle, you move extremely fast, like super fast. They move like Ferrari, and I do not know, Bella, why you do not wash your lion. You should be washing her. She is really dirty. I do not know if she's a he or she, whatever. But she's really dirty, and you should give her a shower. Her poor soul is really dirty. Look at her knees, her beard, whatever. Yeah, even her ears are quite dirty. So, bad girl, please give your pet a shower. So, last option, the third option we have is obviously the Calamity Sisters, but with the skins. So, when you have the Calamity Sisters, then, and obviously with the skins, then these two heroes together, they get super buffs. Like they have made these two heroes viable in the meta again, and they are really, really strong. They are increasing your HP. Then they are having a bunch of fresh skills. They are dealing a lot of damage. So this is the third pair that you have available. Now, one more option, like additional options that I want to provide you with. So Felix, once paired with Seven. Now you must be wondering why I have paired Seven and Felix together. For that, I need to explain the skill of, like, yeah, right. So he increases the rider squad attack by 20% and rider squad defense, and then he's also reducing the damage you are taking, and then you are reducing the counter damage taken by 20%. What it has to do with Felix? That is something you must be wondering. So reduction in counter damage taken 44%, and his awakened skill 20%. So that is a 64% increase in counter damage that you will be taking. And then Rider score 32% here and 16. So that is 48%. And then you have 20% from 7 as well. So that will be around 68% increase. So basically together, they are a really, really great pair. And then if you have paired Felix with the Sven, then you can use Ilana with Chasey. If you do not have Chasey, then Ilana, I have seen some whales using Ilana with Bianca as well. So these are some of the options that you have available with rider hero pairs, and I hope you can shuffle them around as well. Like you can use my Shiranui with Cynthia, and because both of them slow down the heroes, so my Shiranui's second skill, it will be dealing even more damage. So a lot of options that you have available. Then you can use Bella Ilana, then you can use Chasey with Bianca as well. So these are some of the options, but the best options recommended, in my opinion, are Felix Ilana, my Shiranui with Bella, and then you have the Calamity Sisters. So these are the top options, right? These are the options one. We will put back 7 here. So the next set of heroes that I want to cover, these are the Infantry Heroes. And in Infantry Heroes, this is one of the, like, people are most interested in Infantry Heroes because a lot of people have invested in infantry and have tried to make their infantry really strong. And with infantry offering a lot of options, it is and a lot of pairs, like you have multiple options, and people have gone different routes. Some people like to have a lot of healing, other people like to have a lot of damage, some people like to have a lot of speed. So in my opinion, and the heroes that I think are quite strong right now, Marco is one of the first heroes that comes to my mind. I will explain to you why Marco is one of the strongest heroes in the game. So Marco, he has three debuffs and then he has two buffs. For the debuff, you have a rage reduction of 80, and this is to almost all five squads who are nearby you. And then he deals uh, a great amount of skill damage, 13,000. Then his second skill, he reduces the HP of up to five squads if it is triggered, and this is done every 3 seconds. Sorry, 5 seconds, and for up to 3 seconds. So this is a great debuff once you are reducing the HP of the enemy, especially some squads like sniper squads, range squads, which are already lacking in health and they are not tanky enough. So this debuff is great against them. And then his third skill, it reduces the travel speed, and this again is a great skill for Marco because he moves really fast. So his fourth skill increases the squad travel speed, which infantry really enjoys because infantry are usually really slow moving. And then the two buffs that I talked about was that he was getting a shield every 10 seconds for himself for 2 seconds, and then he was also uh, restoring the HP of up to 3 LS which were near him whenever he takes a skill damage. So already he's really difficult to like swarm due to his second skill and third skill, and this skill even makes him very good for all the squads that are fighting nearby him. So this is the reason that Marco is really great. So the options for Marco are multiple. Like Marco can be paired with Eddie, increasing the counter damage, um, making it really hard to swarm him down. But the best option that you can have is pairing Marco with someone like Bianca, because it will give multiple buffs and debuffs to all the squads that are fighting nearby him. So in case you don't have Bianca available, you can go with Eddie, and if you have Bianca available, you can pair it up with this beautiful strong guy. So the second option, and that will always remain, is Miyamoto. Miyamoto is really strong, only infantry hero who has an area of skill damage. So I prefer pairing up Miyamoto with Eddie. And then the third option that you have, and I think it is time for Adat to say bye bye to field battles, because Marco is much better option. Miyamoto is much better option. And in case if you are deploying three infantry squads, then sure you can pair her up with someone like Thunder or Tom. So it is up to you, whichever one of these heroes is available. Reason for pairing up either of these two heroes is that they make you last quite a long time in battle, not in bed. So to last long in battle, you need someone who can heal. So Adat needs approximately 20 seconds before her complete skills come into play inside a battlefield. So the next option that you have is Raigoro, and obviously this beautiful lady Raven. Raven buffs up the shield of Raigoro with her the fourth or maybe third skill. Let me check. Where is Raven? Yeah, so her fourth skill increases the shield bonus by 30% and also increases the counter damage. So once you check out the skills of this Humpty Dumpty fat man, so he's also squad counter damage by 30% right here, and then you are getting a shield of 9600 and then a 30% buff to your shield thanks to her skill. So this makes this pair really strong. And this poor guy, you are the option that no one wants, but in case if anyone wants, then you can be paired up with your brother or your brother-in-law, whatever you want to call him, Freddie Mercury and Eddie the Butcher. So these are some of the options that you have for the infantry hero. Now, the last option that you have for ranged heroes, in ranged heroes, I would only recommend you guys two options. First is that you need to understand that line, she moves really fast. So she is option number one. The option number two is, in my opinion, Chan. This is for uh, like some map like Archipelago Raid where you have to move really fast. So they should, Chan in any case should always be leader, because once she is assistant, her skill damage falls off considerably. So you need to make her a leader in any case. So the options that you have available for these heroes is that I would pair up Chun with Julia, for the reason that Chun deals area of skill damage while Julia does not. Lion, the same goes for her. So I would pair her up with Julia. So these are some strong options that you have available. Bard. Now Bard is an interesting hero. Previously, before the transcended skills were not available, so the Bard, Mr. Bard, he was used as a siege only. But with now you're having the option of transcended skill, Bard is now a really viable option in the field battle as well, especially now that he reduces the travel speed, and then he's reducing the defense of the enemy as well. Let me check his transcended skill. So Bard, the reason Bard is really strong is that, let me arrange it a little bit. So Bard right now he's dealing circular damage in to three enemies with his first skill, but once you have him at max level, transcended skill, it makes you target four enemies in a circular area, and then you're also reducing the rage, and you're also increasing your attack by 30%. The same skills are not in his first skill once he's not transcended. His second skill, it gives you 30% and 21%. But with transcended, you have 38%, and you have also an increase of range squad travel speed by 12%, and you're even dealing more damage once you have silenced the enemy. So obviously, once you are silencing the enemy, then that means Julia and Bard are a great pair, and that also means that Bard can be paired with Julia in the field as well. Now I will come over to his third transcended skill. As range squad defense is increased by 30%. Now compare this to his skill once he is not having it. So it is only increasing during siege. So a whopping 30% squad defense increase stat is now available once you have transcended this hero. And last is the siege rallies, and during siege, all stats related to siege 54% and 12.5%. 54% is a skill that you will be dealing even more damage, and 12.5% is the damage that you will be taking. But once you have transcended your this skill, so the skill damage is 54%, and then you also have a chance to deal additional damage to whatever whichever you target that you are targeting. And the last skill I have already discussed. So this makes Bard really strong in the field as well, and I believe Bard will overtake Julia, sorry, Chan, in the what I want to say is that the field battles. So this will be, I think, the options that will be used by the whales once they have unlocked all these heroes. So these are all my best tier heroes. That is my thought process and the options that I think that you all have available. In case if you think you have to garrison, in garrison, the best options available. Right, I will start with Rider Heroes. Rather, I'll make another video for garrison, and then I will also make another video for siege heroes, because I think this video is already long enough, and you have heard my crisp, clear, crystal clear voice already for a very long time. So I think it is time that you give a rest to your ears, because they need to have a proper rest and a good sleep. So these are the options that I had. Some heroes I think which are not viable in the battlefield or in anywhere in the um, in this game rather. So I call them garbage tier. Then I have shared the best possible combinations for you all of different tiers, different troop types, what is the thought process behind them. If you like this video and you think you have a difference of opinion, I would like you all to share that so that I can improve my gameplay as well. So thank you for watching, guys, and have a good day.